Why you asking about XYZ? Why you worry about who's f***ing me? Who's to the right of my SUV? It's none of your business. Calling my girls.
What's up, my KKILLAs, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kierra. You drop the A and add the R. Today we are doing a collaboration. This collaboration is with Slim Thick Tisha. Her link will be down in the description box. So make sure you guys go check her out because she is also doing a video on how to become a better person, how to become a better you. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure your post notifications are turned on so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Just letting y'all know now, we finna get deep, we finna get down and dirty, we finna talk about some things that should be talked about. This video is finna be all about self-growth, how to elevate in life, how to level up, how to leave the past in the past and leave the old you behind and get the new you. This is the video for you. So I am finna give you guys 5 tips on how to take the steps in the right direction in order to become a better you. So the first tip and trick is the question, who are you? I know everybody be like, oh, I get that a lot, and people give the basic answers. Well, my name is this, I'm this person, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. No, we're not talking about who are you as in essence. When we ask the question, who are you, we are talking about who are you? Like, you have to have one word that pop up in your mind at the moment. Who are you? Like, if somebody was to come to me and ask me the question, who am I? At the moment, who am I or what am I? The first word that will pop to my head is exhausted. Like, at the moment, I am exhausted. And what that means, like, that could mean so many things. Like, I am tired. Like, everything that's in my life and how I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to get to life and things I got to do in life, the people around me, the work ethic I got to put in. Like, at the moment, it's exhausting to me. At the moment, I am exhausted. Like, I am not whole as I want to be. I am not the best me I want to be right now. So at the moment, I am exhausted until I can get to the person I really want to be in life. Being so young and I have to do this and do that, and I'm like, feel like I'm doing everything by myself. The world's on my shoulder. I am doing so much and I have to do so much in so little time that it's like I'm constantly running out of time. Pressure put on me. I have so many things to do in so little time. Like, everything is just so overwhelming, so it makes me exhausted. Like, I have so much to do, and I just feel like time is racing against me, and that is something, like, I cannot get back. I can never get back. So it's just like, at the moment, I have to constantly work, and stuff, trying to balance everything all together until I'm at where I want to be in life, and I feel like I am accomplishing some things that I've been said I want to be, like, till I meet my goals. I am exhausted. Like, that's who I am right now. But it's not like I'm going to give up in order to get where I want to be in life, in order to give my child a better life, in order to do things by the date and by the time I set it to do. So it's like, it gets exhausting. Like, it gets tiring, and like that, it take control over your body, like your mind, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, it puts a toll on your body because it's so much you have to do, and you trying to get your body in line with each other. You trying to get the schedules aligned with each other, and you still trying to make time for you. That's exhausting. Like, people don't know how exhausting that is, especially like if you're doing it by yourself and being so young. Like, that's very exhausting. So with that question, you have to figure out, who are you at the moment? So like I said, I was exhausted. So you could be anywhere from you feel whole at the moment because everything is falling in place for you. You're on the right track. You're doing this, you're doing that. You could feel, like me, tired, exhausted. You could feel alone. You could feel empty. At the moment, what do you feel inside you? Only you can know who you are. Only you can know what you feel inside you. So basically, you have to be real with yourself and sit down and actually think about who you are at the moment. So the next thing I would say, things that you need to do and work on to become a better person, is fear. Now, this is a big one. Like, fear will stop you from doing so much stuff because you are scared. You are scared of failure. You are scared of the unknown. You are scared of being talked about, being judged. Like, fear is one hell of a drug. Because you are scared to do this, scared to take the first step, scared to do that, like, that is always going to follow you behind. Like, you always going to have that fear of not knowing. You always going to have that fear of not knowing if you would have did it, what would have happened, or if you weren't scared, what could happen. Like, if you don't take the leap of faith now, it's going to be so much harder to take the leap of faith in the future. Because once you have that fear is going to stick with you. And, like, it's so hard to get rid of old habits and, like, bad habits. Like, you really have to break those. So with the fear of you always being scared to do something or take the first step because of fear of being judged or failure or whatever, it's okay to fail. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to not know. But it's never okay to not try, to not give it your all, to not give your best. At least when you do fail or it do come out a different circumstance than what you thought it was, at least you tried it. At least you did it. At least you would not have that thought of, maybe I should have did, maybe it would have been different, or if I wasn't scared to do this, I could have been way much further in life if I did this, if I did that. Like, it's okay to have a fear. Like, it's okay to not know. It's okay to be scared. Like, it's okay to let them feel like if you fail, it's life. Everybody fails in life some way. Whether it's they wanted to get a job, they ain't really qualified for it, they took somebody else over them, whether they failed a test, they can't drive. Like, it's always something. Like, it's life. That's what comes with life. You're not going to always succeed at everything in life. Sometimes you're going to be mediocre. Sometimes you're going to succeed. Sometimes you're going to surpass the expectations. And sometimes you're not even going to meet, like, the expectations. And that's life. It's okay. But it's never okay to not try, to not do something because of the fear that's holding you back. Because if you keep letting those fears holding you back, it's eventually going to eat you up inside. And it's eventually going to put you in this box, and it's going to be locked, and it's going to be so hard to get out that box because you have let all these fears pile up on you. And now that you're trying to overcome those fears, they all just going to come at once. Like, what about this? What about that? Well, this might have that. And, like, at the end, like, you are never going to try anything new or anything you're scared of because of the fears. Like, to be honest, you have to get out your comfort zone. When you're uncomfortable, that's when you should be comfortable, when you're uncomfortable. Because if you're comfortable, you're settling for less. Because when you're comfortable, you're content in life. That means you're happy with being where you are in life. That means you're okay with being in the same place forever. You have to make yourself uncomfortable, get yourself out the box, out your shell, and do things you probably would have never imagined you would have done before. By doing that, you opening up so many new doors. The opportunities are right at your front door, not as long as you take the first step. You have to initiate. Nobody's going to give it to you. Once you get out your comfort zone and you start initiating the first steps and you start doing this and doing that, opportunities are going to knock at your door. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, opportunities are going to come. You can't be scared of somebody tell you no. You can't be scared if something happens that you don't want to happen. Basically, you have to put yourself out there. You can't be scared all your life. Like, who wants to live in fear? Nobody wants to live in fear. Nobody wants to be scared of your life. And it's going to basically take away everything that you just worked so hard to do and so hard to become because you were scared to get rid of those fears a long time ago. Okay, so the next thing I would say we're going to talk about is self-forgiveness. Yes, I said self-forgiveness. So with this one is a big topic because most people, they go through life angry, with aggression, mad at the world for things that their family members probably had did, or how they was treated growing up, or friends, associates, or whatever, whoever did it. Like, people hold those grudges for life. Like, people hold those grudges and it actually eats them up inside because they are holding this grudge for so long, and they have held it for so long that they claim that they have forgave, and it actually eats them up. So in order to forgive your abusers, the attackers, the people who manipulated you, who did you wrong, whatever. You have to forgive yourself first, because yourself is the person that's going to truly benefit from it. It's going to truly open up. Basically, you have to forgive yourself first. If you don't forgive yourself for allowing those people to do whatever they did to you in your past, you will never forgive them, honestly. You can say you forgot about it, it's over with, you're done with it, you're cool with it, but you have not forgave yourself for allowing them to do whatever, whether they abuse you mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it was. You have to forgive yourself, because us as people, we tend to sometimes say we okay, we did this, we forgot about it, it's cool, whatever, it is what it is, it happened already, like, we good, I forgave him, I forget and move on, like, but we not actually consulting with ourselves, asking ourselves, have we actually forgave ourselves for letting this person do this? Because we sometimes put the blame on ourselves for how people treat us. You do blame yourself for things like, maybe if I would have did this or that, then that person would have did this or that, or said this or that, or if I could have did this different, or I would have said this different, or if I would have looked like, whatever it is, you have to forgive yourself for it first. You still have like some doubts in your mind, some thoughts in your mind, like, damn, maybe it was me, maybe it was my fault. No, it was never you, it was never your fault, because people don't understand that every action has a consequence. Every consequence has a reaction. So basically, I wouldn't have did XYZ if you wouldn't have did ABC. So by you doing ABC, that caused everything in the middle to happen that led me to doing XYZ. And people don't understand that. They be like, oh, I just did this, or I just did that. Yeah, every action has a consequence. So just because you did this don't mean I just supposed to sit back and be cool with that. No. It's not your fault. You have to forgive yourself for things that you allowed to happen in the past, and make sure you don't allow it. For things that happened in the past, and make sure you don't allow it to happen now. Because if you're not forgiving yourself for things that happened in your past, that means you're taking that with you, and you're going to allow it to happen again in the future, and you don't want that. You're trying to grow, you're trying to elevate, you're trying to no longer be treated like an option. Why would you want to give anybody the option, the chance to hurt you like they have already hurt you before, whether it's the same person or a different person? Because if a person sees that you're continually letting them do this to you, and you're not saying that, you just take it in, you just saying it don't bother you, guess what? They're going to keep doing it. People, that's what manipulative people do. If you allow them to do something, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep nitpicking because it's fun to them. They like that type of stuff. And as long as you allow it, they're going to do it. So you have to forgive yourself for allowing the things that you did in the past, and make sure you don't allow it now. Once we move forward, there's no turning back. I'm not allowing anything in my past that have hurt me, harmed me, that have disgraded me or whatever. It's no longer coming with me. You cannot do the same thing that you have done to my past, that you have done to me in my past with me now. That's not going to slide. And if you think it is, there's no need for you to be right here. For you to be here, there's no need for you to be in my life. There's no need for us to even have a conversation if you think that it's okay for you to do the same thing that you did to me in my past, after you continually saw the way that it hurted me, the way I felt. Okay, so the next thing, the tip number 4, I would say boundaries. Boundaries, you have to set boundaries. People are going to continue to do the same thing you have allowed them to do in their past. I don't care if it's just your mama, your brother, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, baby dad, baby mom, whoever it is, you have to set boundaries. You have to let them know that these are my rules, these are what we're going to do, this is what I'm going to do. You're going to treat me with respect. You're going to talk to me with respect. You're not going to talk to me like any kind of thing. Let me see. So the next thing we are going to talk about is boundaries. So you have to set boundaries after you did some deep thinking. You figure out who you was, what you was in the moment, and you trying to heal to get from that person. You have to set boundaries. I don't care whether it's your mama, your daddy, friends, brothers, cousins, sisters, whoever it is, you have to set boundaries with them. Like, once you feel like a person is disrupting your peace and they're not giving you the same respect that you give them, and they're not seeing your worth, like it's not your job to show another person what you're worth. If they don't see your worth, it's a done right. Like, you have to cut them off. You have to cut off what don't grow. Just like when weeds grow in trees and stuff like that, if you don't cut them off, it's gonna die. It's gonna die slowly. It's slowly taking the life from out of that plant. So the weeds off. So once you cut the weeds off and stuff, that's when everything starts to really. It's gonna live a healthier life. It's gonna live a healthier life. It's gonna live longer. It's gonna flourish more. But as long as you keep those weeds around, that means you no good. Eventually, they're gonna bring you down with them. They're gonna suck the soul from you too. They're gonna take the life from you too. So you have to set boundaries with the people that's around. You can still love a person, but you can love them from a distance. Like, you can no longer give a person access to who you are. You had access to the old me, but you didn't do well by me. You didn't mean me any good. So why would I give you access to the new me, to the new person, so you can do the same thing? I am no longer available to you now. There's no more room in me to allow you to hurt me anymore. There's no more room for hurt in me. So why would I keep you around if you're going to constantly do the same thing, degrade me, bring me down, belittle me? Like you're toxic to me. Like, you will never get to know me the way again. When allowing you around me, allowing you in my space, you to know me, to be around me, to let you know me personally, to let you be in my space, that's a privilege to you. You have to take that as a privilege. People have to see you as a privilege. It's a privilege to get to be by me. It's a privilege to get to know me. It's a privilege to be around me. It's a privilege to be in my space, period. And you have to make them know that. You have to let them know that I don't have to be here. I'm not going to always be available to you. I'm not always going to be here. You have to make them know that you are not an option. It's a privilege to be with me. It's a privilege to be around me. It's a privilege to even speak to me, to know me. So by you misusing the power that I did give you to even be in my space, you're giving me no choice but to cut you off, but to set boundaries. Yeah, I love you. I care for you, but I'm going to do that from a distance. There's no longer room at my table for you to eat, because I'm the type of person that I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody eat. Like, I don't wish no harm on anybody, no ill will. Like, I wish you the best, whatever it is in life. I wish you do you. Like, you go on to do you, I'm going on to do me. Like, there's no hard feelings. But at the end of the day, there's no more room at my table. You can no longer come at my table and eat, because I'm the type of person, I could bring multiple tables to one table. I could set the whole table, feed the whole table, and do whatever. But you're no longer welcome at my table. There's no more room for anybody to pull up a seat at my table willingly. My table is set for who it's set for. There's no, oh, can I pull up? No, you can't. You're no longer allowed to be in my presence. You have to set those boundaries where if people don't mean you no good, they're miserable, they're always negative, they're toxic, they're draining, they're unsupportive, family, friends, whatever, let them go. Like, period. It's time for you to do what you have to do for you, for yourself. You're no longer living for someone else. You're no longer trying to please anyone else. You're only pleasing yourself. You have to set those boundaries, because once those boundaries are set, and once you see people that come in and like they don't respect the boundaries that you have, you know that, oh, that's a red flag right there. You have to go. I'm no longer going to mess with you on that level like I was before. I'm going to fall back, because now I see that you don't mean me no good. You're not respecting me as a person. Like, we all grown. Treat me with the same respect. You're not giving me the same respect I'm giving you. So no, you can't sit at my table. No, you're not invited. No, you're not welcome. You can't put up a table. You're no longer in my inner circle. You have moved to the outs. You have moved to the outskirts of my circle. You're no longer welcome close to me as you was before. Once you finally let those things go, and you finally get rid of all the toxicness out your life, the negativity and all that stuff, you will finally see how your life is going to change, like how your life is changing. You will see like, dang, I really did. I let these people go. I let this person go. I did that. And now doors just been opening for me left and right. Things have been going good for me since I have moved on to a new part of my life, to a new track in my life. And that's what brings us to the healing part. Like, God will take you places your resume doesn't qualify for. I'm going to say that again because it might have went over your head. God is going to take you places your resume does not qualify for. Basically what I'm saying is, you feel like, okay, this is the path you've taken in life, this way you want to do, this way. But God might have a different route for you. And the route that he has for you, you probably don't have no experience in. You probably never thought about. You probably dabbled in a couple of times, but it wasn't enough for you to be like, oh, I'm highly qualified for this. But only God knows where he's going to take you in life. Only God knows what he has planned for you in life. So you could think, oh, I'm going this route and I'm finna do this and that. You're going to make a quick detour for something way better because only God knows what he's going to give you. Lead a sheep to water, but you cannot make it drink. So if God is giving you all the clues and all the stuff's not the answers, he's saying all you need to do, let them go. Become a better you. Get focused, get on track. And once you do that, like all the water you want is yours. You can have everything. But if you do not take those steps, like he give you the things and they're right in front of you, but if you're not following those signs, if you don't listen, I mean, that's not really much you can do because everybody does not belong with you in the long run. God put people in your life. He put people in your life for a season, for a reason, for a lifetime, for life. Like he decides when it's time to take that person out your life. He decides when to put a person in your life, when to take them out your life, when to put them back in your life. He's the ultimate decision of that. So if things are meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, it's not. But God put people in your life for reasons, seasons, short amount of time, long periods of time, like to teach you lessons, all that. So you have to actually be ready to grow and be ready to heal in order to get all the messages and blessings you need from God. Because once you are on the right track, you have did all those things, and you are in the healing process now, you're going to see how many doors are opening up for you, how many things you're going to get. Everything that you talked about, everything that you prayed for, everything that you wanted to happen, is going to happen because you are focusing on yourself now. You are healing. You are growing. Now it's time for you to become the woman or the man you are supposed to be in life. You have to control what you have control over. You don't have control over everything. The only thing you have control over is you, the way you react, the things you do, the things you say. You don't have control over the way anybody else's actions, what other people do or say. You can only control what you have control over. Once you don't care to tell your side anymore or to react to anything more, you don't care to argue, waste your time, waste your breath, go back and forth. You don't care to be heard. You don't care to be explained. That's how you know you have grown. That's how you know you are healing. You no longer care to be in drama. You no longer care to have people hear your side of the story. You no longer care to try to make people see things. You see things. It is what it is. Once you do that, like, you have grown tremendously because at the end of the day, most people do not care about your side of the story if it's not bad. And that's just honest. A lot of people don't want to see you good. A lot of people don't want to see you doing better than them. A lot of people are trying to figure out how you making it and how you doing it. And you probably had all this happen to you. You probably doing all this and it's not happening for them. A lot of people are jealous. A lot of people are envious. You have to just learn how to be okay with just being quiet, not telling your side of the story. Because at the end of the day, it's always three sides. Your side, their side, the truth. And a lot of people don't care to honestly hear your side if it's not anything bad about you. So you have to not care to even explain yourself to people who want to hear something bad about you. Like, it just won't. If they want to hear something bad about you, and if that person tells us something bad about you, they're going to hear it and they're going to go with it. They're going to roll with it, whether they lying or not. I mean, that's just the way of life. That's just what it is. So you have to not even care to even entertain anyone anymore, to entertain people that's still on the same thing that they wasn't years ago. Like, we're not teenagers anymore. We're not in high school. Like, we're grown women and men. When you decide to choose you, and nothing but you decide to live for you, stop caring what other people say, stop caring what other people feel, stop trying to oppress everybody, live for other people, living up to their expectation, and do what you want to do. That's all that matters. Like, self-love is the best love, because you don't know if people are truly happy for you, if people truly care about you, if people truly want to see you win, see you happy. You don't know who's in disguise, who's secretly hating on you, who's secretly waiting for your downfall, anything. So as long as you love yourself and you're doing everything for you to become a better you and to grow and to heal, that's all that matters. What anybody else say does not matter, because it's your life at the end of the day. They're not doing anything for you. They're not putting money in your pocket. They're not taking it from you. They're not helping you with anything. So why should their opinions matter? It's time to let anything that disrupts your peace go. Anyone who's not supportive of you, who's toxic, let it go. Anything that will jeopardize you from becoming the best you can be, let it go. Don't forget, this is a collaboration with Slim Thick Tisha. So make sure you go subscribe to her channel and go watch her video. Her link will be in the description box as well. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.